Us now on Texas Sports Unfiltered. He is third-year edge at the University of Texas, Ethan Burke, and our weekly conversations with Ethan are brought to you by our great friends at Real Truck. Head over to realtruck.com and take advantage of their great Cyber Week specials going on now through Sunday. Realtruck.com/specials for the best selection of accessories for your truck, Jeep, and Bronco. Ethan, thanks so much for the time, my friend. How are you doing?
Doing good, BK. Happy to talk again.
Dude, I shouldn't have even asked you how you're doing. I should have started with this. 4th and goal. A&M's got the ball at the 1-yard line. Fourth quarter, 17-7 football game. The Aggies call a timeout. They leave the offense on the field. They're deciding to go for the touchdown instead of settling for the 3. Take me through that play and everything that happened next.
Yeah, man. Before the play, I wasn't on the field, so I was just waiting, hoping they were going to call the package I'm in on, and luckily they did. And my opportunity came. Shout out to everyone else. Getting penetration at the line, but I saw the guy I was on block down, and I flew off the edge, man. And my job right there is just go after, chase the running back, and that's all I had to do, man. So it was fantastic moment, felt great, celebrating with my teammates and doing it there, something about that was special at that moment. So, man, such a great feeling, really.
Yeah, and that preserved a shutout for y'all's defense on Saturday. I mean, look, shutting anybody out is a big deal, but like you said, to do that against that team in their house,
Yeah,
what did it mean for you guys? Not only on that possession, but every possession keeping A&M off the scoreboard.
yeah, dude, we're super proud of, doing it against them and just how we played all year. I think we have so much to be proud of. It's not over yet, but we're going to continue to keep getting better. But I just think we've done so well and came so far as a defense from since when I got here, and that win was a really really special night. And now Saturday, hopefully put the exclamation mark on everything and ride into the playoffs happy.
Yeah. So what's man, what was that like on the road in Aggie land, right? I mean, Bucky tried to warn you last week that you were about to walk into an atmosphere unlike anything you had ever been a part of. I know you've played in some hostile crowds, obviously the Alabama game last year, the Michigan game this season, the Cotton Bowl against Oklahoma is something unlike anything else, but what was that atmosphere like on Saturday night?
Man, it was beautiful. Arriving to the stadium there. There's thousands of fans, bro, lined up outside of right outside the stadium. They're all there flipping us off. And when you do see a horns up, man, it was rare, but it felt good to see. But there was thousands flipping us off, horns down constantly. But like that just like fuels us. I think that gets you hyped up to play really, like going in there being the bad guy. There's something about it. So it felt good. Once we started the game, instantly I was hyped. There's some good music playing, and energy was really good on the sideline the whole time, really. So we were excited to be there, and I'm really happy that we capitalized on it and took care of business.
Yeah, every Texas fan is as well. Ethan Burke joining us, brought to you by RealTruck.com. Ethan, before we talk about the rematch against Georgia, a little bit more on the Texas A&M game. Just curious from a defensive standpoint, right? When you have to deal with a quick change, I mean, a block punt, right? You're thinking, all right, we know we're about to get on the field. We're punting the ball. We're going to have to get out there and play. But to have that happen and all of a sudden A&M starting a possession inside the red zone, like how much does that impact you and your teammates as a defense, just raising the intensity level like, oh God, we better be ready to go. Otherwise we're about to give up a quick score.
Yeah, but that was obviously not ideal for us, obviously.
Yeah.
But we practice that every week on Wednesday. I think we do sudden change at the beginning of practice. So the offense gets the ball at the 20. Something just happened, So we've done that for so many weeks now. You were so far in the season, we just put our hats on and know like we got whoever, if it was a turnover or block punt, whatever it was, we got the special teams and offenses back. So we go on there and just try to get things done and handle business, get the ball back. It's all about the ball.
Absolutely. What about y'all's run game, man? Over these last couple of weeks, Quintravion Wisner has been a man on a mission, and really the entire run game. I mean, 250 yards against Kentucky, just shy of 250 against a very good A&M defense. Man, what's it like for you as a defender, but just somebody on a team that has that much success running the football?
Yeah, it's such a nice feeling, especially like late in games, like 3-4 minutes left, just have trust in them to run the ball out, run the clock out. And it's really awesome to see, Trey and those O linemen, even though we go at it sometimes and get in fights in practice, whatever, they're some really good friends of mine. So to see them all pumped up and all doing so well, Jake, Hayden, Cam, Calvin, DJ Cole, all those guys. So it's such a great thing to see. And then Trey really capitalizing on this opportunity he's been given, I think. And it's just awesome to see, really.
Yeah, I'll knock on wood before I say this, but your offensive line has been pretty healthy this season. Obviously, Kelvin goes down with that injury in the first quarter last weekend, and in comes Trevor Goosby, a guy that you
Yeah,
obviously know very well, but most Texas
yeah.
fans don't because he hasn't had to play a whole lot. What do you make of his performance in that spot, coming in for a future top 10 draft pick, playing the way that he did?
Yeah, I mean, Calvin's a hard guy to replace, and I think Trevor did as good as anyone could have in that position, really. I go against the kid every day, so it's no surprise to me. He's coming in and he's trying to prove his worth, and I think he did a good job of that. And I don't think anyone has to be worried about that left tackle position because Trevor's such a great kid and great player. So it was great to see him. If things like that happen, it's a physical game. When that happens, we need the next guy to step up. And I think in this case, Trevor did an excellent job of staying calm and just doing his job for the team.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, SEC championship game coming up this weekend. And look, getting to this game is obviously a big deal. You're playing for a championship, but is there a little extra motivation that you get to go up against Georgia and try to avenge the only loss y'all had in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean there has to be, and to come in here in this league and after everyone said we weren't ready for it, to come in and win in the first year, I think it'd be huge for the program. Yeah, so we have, I don't know, I think they're our only loss, and besides that, we'd probably be ranked number one in the country. So it's huge just for the playoff rankings, I think, too, getting a bye. So we've put all we have into this week, and we're planning on getting out of here with a win and avenging ourselves from earlier in the year.
Yeah, how much do y'all even talk about that first game? Is it something like, nah, we're playing for a conference title, that stuff doesn't matter, or is it like, no, we've got a bone to pick with these guys. We got to right all of these wrongs from that game. Like, how much in the film rooms and the meeting rooms this week has that first matchup been a topic of conversation?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but I mean, in football terms, it really was. I don't remember how many weeks ago it was, but we've grown as a team, and they've certainly changed too. Personnel wise, they got some guys healthy, some guys banged up. So from that standpoint, we know they didn't get the best version of us the first game, and we're hoping to show the fans and just show the people who we really are against a top tier Georgia team.
Yeah, Ethan Burke joining us here on Texas Sports Unfiltered, and our weekly conversations with Ethan are brought to you by realtruck.com. Check out realtruck.com/specials and take advantage of some tremendous savings throughout Cyber Week going from now through Sunday. Ethan, I'm going to give you this stat. You guys lead the country in first half points allowed, giving up just 5.2 points per game. Remarkable number here. 10 of the 12 teams y'all have played to this point had 7 or fewer points at halftime. I don't know if that's something you guys talk about at all, but it's something I want to talk about. I mean, what's the secret to that, right? Just getting out. I mean, it's not like you guys have been much worse in the second half. It's the best defense in the country, in my opinion. But how are you guys just able to go out there and kind of set the tone as a defense early in seemingly every game that y'all play?
Yeah, it's a mentality, and it starts with practice. We come out fast and strong every practice. There's such a such a large enthusiast. Like, we're so enthusiastic at the beginning of practice, and we put an emphasis on playing fast and working hard, if that's an individual or walkthrough or whatever it is. So that, and then I'd say play execution. The coaches make the plays, call the plays, but we have to go out and execute, and everyone has to be on the same page. So I think we do a good job of communicating and making sure everyone is on the same page.
Yeah. I know I've asked you about this a couple of times this year, but the road win streak continues. It's now 11 straight true road games for y'all. And I know Saturday isn't a true road game, but you're playing Georgia in Atlanta, so it's about as close to a road neutral game as y'all could possibly get. Just what's that like? And of course, even though y'all are the home team, y'all are wearing the icy whites this weekend. I mean, what is it about just the way you guys prepare and get ready to play away from home that has you guys so tough to beat outside of Austin?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not a home game. It's the furthest thing from it going there. Like I said, like going to A&M, that hatred from the fans, that's something that fuels me. And I know a few guys who it also really fuels, but I would assume most of the team, feeds into that energy and thrives off people hating on them. And I don't know, it just brings something out of you, I really think.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see some female cheerleaders this weekend in this game. I think that'll be a good change of
None of
pace.
those call boys, thank God, man.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know what to make. I can't imagine you can hear that many of the Aggie chants that are going on from the guys dressed as milkmen or the guys wearing overalls during the game, but pretty weird bunch they got out there, huh?
Dude, yeah, and the poor students, man, it's tough.
Poor
Yeah.
students. So how tough it is, speaking of you being a student, right? Like you got finals coming up. Yeah,
Mhm.
obviously, I know the coaches have to deal with more of recruiting than you do, but maybe you're trying to talk to some recruits this week, like, hey, make sure you come and sign to Texas. Like, how tough is it this week dealing with a conference championship game, getting ready for the playoff, having to study for your finals? I know you take your academics very seriously. Like, how tough is this time for you right now just to balance everything that's going on in your life?
Yeah, this week's been tough. My main focus right now is the Georgia game. But I feel like I got enough time in the day to get everything done. I had a final like an hour ago. I just finished. So did that, got dinner, then hopped on here with you. But it is chaotic, it is chaotic at times, but what's life without chaos? That's what I think.
How'd the final go? What class are we talking?
New media. So yeah, new
So what
media.
we're
So
doing? Why do you even have to take that final? Just tell them you come on a podcast every week. You should be good.
you're telling me, man. You talk to my academic advisors about it. They know how much I can't stand it.
Oh, I'd be happy to. I don't think they'd listen to me, but I'd be happy to help right there.
They don't listen to me either, man. So it's all right.
Yeah. Ethan Burke joining us here on Texas Sports Unfiltered. Ethan, couple more for you, man. This is the dumbest question I've ever asked you, and I hope it's the dumbest question I will ever ask you. But like there's sort of this conversation happening around the country with teams like Texas and Georgia, with teams like Oregon and Penn State. Like it doesn't matter the result. You guys are in the playoff, and those teams are in the playoff. Like that is not being talked about at all. There's no like, we don't really need this game this weekend because we did
Mhm.
enough in the regular season. You guys are playing for a championship, right? Like this was one of y'all's
Yeah.
big goals going into the season. There's no lack of motivation or anything happening right now in that locker room.
No, dude, everyone's so competitive. I think most people that make it to this level are just born competitors. So even if there were nothing on the line, we still want to go out there and win. If it was a pointless game, we still want to go out. And obviously, it's not a pointless game. I think winning and getting the bye is huge for us as a team. Getting that rest, much needed this late into the season. So everyone on the team is competitive. We compete with each other every day. That's something most people can't do. It takes a toll on you mentally, physically, to push yourself above a limit that you feel you can't do, but you do it anyway. So I think just competitive drive. There's no lack of motivation at all.
Yeah, two more, Ethan, and thanks again for joining us on a busy week for you. What'd you learn from last year? Like you guys went 11-1 in the regular season, played for a conference championship. Look, Georgia's a little better than Oklahoma State. But you guys in a title game won by 4 touchdowns around this time last season. What can you and your other teammates who were a part of that 23 team kind of take and use as experience from what you guys did in the conference title a season ago?
Yeah, the conference title was dominant, and we didn't win the game after. So I think just be confident, play loose, and have fun is a few things I try to do. Just really have fun out there. Have fun on the sideline with my teammates, and then I think another thing last year is not to get comfortable. I think that might have bit us in the ass a little bit last year, and I don't think we're doing that at all this year. I think the practices have gotten better later in the year, so that's a good sign for us. And I think it just shows how much this team cares for one another, right? So that's the key part behind everything, really.
Yeah, you may have just answered this question, but how confident are you guys going into this game? I mean, we know the first game was what it was, but sounds like you and your teammates are feeling pretty good at this shot at redemption on Saturday.
Yeah, well, we know what we're capable of, and we think the first loss was just all us, all the controllables that we could control, we didn't capitalize on what we could have. We didn't put ourselves in the best situation, whether that's short field position or not, the defense letting them score in the red zone, or there were some crucial third downs, I think. Just little things like that. So if we go out and be the best version of ourselves, that's our goal, really. And we think we owe it to our fans to put up a good game for them.
Love that. Love that mindset. Well, I'll be driving to Atlanta to go see you. I'm in New Orleans right now, a good halfway point, spending the night here tonight, and be making my way to the ATL this weekend. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
excited
fun.
to see you, man. We got a lot of Longhorn fans coming to town. Yeah, it'll be a lot of red and black in there, but I think this
Orange
fan base.
always shows, man. It always shows up. We don't
Hey,
got to
man,
worry about that part.
no doubt, no doubt. Well, thanks for the time, brother. Always enjoy it. Congrats on the win over A&M. Congrats on the huge 4th down stop play, and obviously, best of luck in this game against Georgia. And hopefully, next time we talk, we're talking about you being a conference
Mhm.
champion once again.
All right, BK. Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother. Be good.